It's blue delta. I'm gonna get. Which I'll just use one time.
All right, we have Marat back on the left on Storm. We've seen Marat on Storm recently, and on the right we have Mike with Maverick.
Sure, you got a Mirage Basic in play. There's something going on. This is a theme deck. Got phasing in there.
I wish. Tommy out.
All right, players looking at their opening hands. It looks like they are thinking about it and ready to go. Kep 7, Urza's Saga. Marat on the play. It is Maverick Mike. What's up, Specchio?
It's good.
Down 20, right?
Wish.
Okay, that is Wish imprinted on Chromox. Vexing Bauble.
The stack?
I'm sorry?
Can that be on the stack?
Yeah.
I'm going 19. Bowmasters?
18, right?
That's one time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 18.
Makes sense.
Okay, once upon a time getting fired off here. Don't want to lose that opportunity. Harry Houdini MTG has arrived. One of our best people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dahlia Guardian of Thraben found. If it can get on the board, it will be useful at fighting the Storm strategy.
Yep.
All right, Maverick Mike getting to take their first turn, cracking a Verdant Catacombs here. Mr. Arch clocking in.
On your end, Steve, I'm going to sacrifice this card.
Green Sun Zenith finds Dryad Arbor. 10 subs just dropped in from Roland MTG. Thank you, Roland. Number 2 on our all-time leaderboard. Roland MTG, everybody. What's up, Roland? Appreciate that. Hype Train level 4 achieved, by the way. Roland, of course, a pillar of the 90s MTG community. A founder. I mean, has the founder badge in the chat. Need I say more?
I'm going to draw this. Trigger for a time.
Yep.
I'm going to plus.
Everybody say hello to Roland, whether you're watching live or watching later. So Urza Saga has ticked up to 2 now. Harry Houdini says, I think of myself as a good person. A best person puts a lot of pressure on me. Okay, so Harry Houdini struggling with the best person description, it seems.
Yep.
Maybe imposter syndrome. I don't know.
16, 18. Same name?
Marat thinking about what to do with this turn. We know Dahlia, Guardian of Thraben, will be available next turn for Mike. Jessica's Will.
Target you to make mana. Start 1. 6 red.
Okay, so Jessica's Will resolves, makes 6 red mana. Jessica's Will, a key card in the epic gamble version of Storm that we're seeing right now.
Go.
There are a few variations of the Storm decks in Legacy. This one is Gamble Storm, the epic gamble. The card gamble is used. Going down to 5 red mana. And here is Gamble. So why gamble? One interesting thing you can do is find Echo of Eons, and if you have Lion's Eye Diamond in your hand, you can not really worry which card you're going to discard once you've played the Lion's Eye Diamond, for example. That's just an example.
3, 4, discard.
Okay, discard another copy of Jessica's Will.
Yeah, new cards. Yeah.
Looks like storm count is 3 now. Oh, it's 3 now. Okay. I saw the die. That die didn't mean anything. Okay, so Echo of Eons sacrificing Lion's Eye Diamond. Making blue mana with it.
Sure. 4.
Storm is now 4. And a Time Twister will now happen. So Echo of Eons. Where'd that Echo of Eons end up? Isn't it supposed to be exiled? Not sure what happened there. Maybe it was placed out of play. Out of view of the camera. I don't know. Something to watch for. You know, we have competitive Legacy players or competitive Magic players competing in Legacy events. Make sure the Echo of Eons gets exiled. Yeah, playing Gamble on a Gamble playmat. Specchio says it's classy. Just seconds left on this hype train. Not sure where we're going to end up. Looks like we're fighting for level 6. That's quite high. Okay, found a Lion's Eye Diamond. Plays it. Hype train complete at level 6. Thank you for the subs, everybody.
Is my land for a turn and a surveil trigger?
Yep.
I'm going to exile a Singing Spirit Guide. 5. Exile a Singing Spirit Guide. 6.
One right now. Yeah. I'll go 22.
Okay, looks like the exile zone is out of frame, so Simian Spirit Guides were used here. Here's another copy of Gamble on the stack. It could be another copy of Echo of Eons.
Yeah.
It is cool. It's like expense cards. I honestly think that's all. It's 4 hydros, 4 red, and 4
Chris.
I'm going to do 1 through 4, reroll if it's greater.
Yeah, just board and everything. It's harder to grind, so.
Okay, a Vexing Bauble was just discarded.
I'm going to crack this for 3 blue. Discard.
Okay, sack the Lion's Eye Diamond for 3 blue, discarded the hand. Echo of Eons was in hand. Most likely was found with the Gamble. And yeah, it looks like the exile zone is just out of frame for our camera here, so no big deal. The players will Time Twister again. Storm now looks like it's 7. Creeping up to that Tendrils range. Empty the Warrens or something like that could also be really hard for Mike to beat. Could Rad Storm and put 7 counters on Urza Saga? I'm just kidding. I don't want people to think I'm for real.
Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Storm 8.
This guy's an idiot.
I will cast Rite of Flame.
Grab this.
Storm 9.
Okay, Storm is 9 after a Rite of Flame. If we found a way to look through the sideboard, we could find Tendrils, Burning Wish, or Wish. Looks like a Jessica's Will is about to be played.
Cast Jessica's Will. So to add mana, go to 2, then go to 9.
So 9 red, 2 blue floating.
10.
Yeah, I believe 2 Echo Vions and 2 Spirit Guides are in exile.
Cast Vexing Bauble.
19 and 10, right?
So Storm is 11.
Draw.
Then I'm going to
Casting a Vexing Bauble, cycling it away. Storm is now 11.
I'll take risks. Oh, yeah, they can. Right.
And I'll pass the turn.
Go right ahead.
cast Reforge the Soul.
Reforge the Soul. Okay. Wheel of Fortune effect.
Wait. Sorry. Discard hand and draw 7.
Don't shuffle.
No shuffle. So discard your hand and then draw 7 cards.
Yeah, Marat mistakenly said the word shuffle for a moment there. It's discard your hand, then draw 7. It's different than Echo of Eons. Which makes sense. It's a different card. Reforge the Soul, inspired by Wheel of Fortune. Kind of a miracle of that card.
1 red.
10.
The miracle mechanic. Am I right?
Rite of Flame here, so I'm going to cast a draw. Rite of Flame. Go to 5 and then go to 8.
Getting way up there with Storm now. 8 red mana floating, 2 blue mana floating. Looks like 13 Storm.
Jessica's went to exile top 3 of my library. Sure.
Jessica's Will, exile the top 3 of the library. Reforge the Soul, gamble. Oh boy.
I'm going to crack this for blue.
Okay.
5.
Sure.
Discard.
Yep.
Okay, discarding another copy of Echo of Eons to Lion's Eye Diamond. After making some blue mana. 15 Storm.
Autolus.
Oh.
Hand and graveyard.
I'll pay that to this. And it's still on a 7.
Hand and graveyard shuffled away and draw 7. This is not Ruby Storm. There are no Ruby medallions in this deck. It does have a lot of cards in common, though, I guess.
So you need
1, 2,
2.
3, 4, 5, 7.
I had green at the time, right? I had the other. Yeah, I think green.
Yeah, you had the.
Okay, Leaf is falling asleep. Wake up, Leaf.
Because at the end, I was like, wait, how did I get
Soul Pool.
You had
I had different
four.
land. Yeah.
Actually, you could have done those two, I remember, right? I made a big play mistake.
Lines
Actually, a
Diamond.
few.
Storm is 19, it looks like now, or 18. Casting Gamble. 5 blue, 4 red floating. And I'll pass the turn. Oh, man. I'm just waiting for that. That'll be so funny. Yeah, Twitch chat rooting for a brick. I am too, if I'm being honest.
Reroll 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard.
Discards a Vexing Bauble. There's a Lion's Eye Diamond in play.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Burning Wish.
What?
Tendrils.
Tendrils?
Yeah.
How are you going to cast tendrils?
Blue, black. So I have 9 floating.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, Tendrils of Agony was in the sideboard, confirmed, and Burning Wish for Tendrils of Agony ends game 1. Marat takes game 1. So obviously the Guardian of Thraben was shuffled away, but we know that's a tool that Mike has available in the main. After sideboarding, this could get interesting. Now Mike knows what he's up against. Not going to keep a hand that is weak to Storm. Cards like Orcish Bowmaster, I don't know if Mike has it, but that could be interesting. Gaddock Teague, Dahlia, Guardian of Thraben. You get the idea. Some Maverick decks have Deafening Silence in the sideboard. Thoughtseize could be effective. Just a turn 1 Noble Hierarch, not a super powerful turn 1. But could set up a great turn 2.
Yeah.
In some situations, creatures like Endurance or Surgical Extraction could also disrupt a bit. Force of Vigor could help.
18.
Okay, here's the fence grid.
14.
Mindbreak Trap is another one. Yeah, I'm sure Mike kept a hand with some kind of interaction. Defense grid passed the turn, though. Collector Oof is another great one, yeah. Green Sun Zenith X is 2. This might look for Collector Oof. It might look for Gaddock Teague. It is Gaddock Teague. Okay. Gaddock Teague is great. Gaddock Teague is really good disruption against the Storm deck. Is it lights out, game over? No. But this will hold things off for a bit. Tendrils of Agony, Empty of the Warrens, of course, come to mind as spells with mana value 4 or greater. But also Echo of Eons, Reforge the Soul, a bunch of the spells we saw in Game 1. Yeah, and it will be able to attack for 3, which is, it's something.
Did you really win in 15 minutes? That's a 2 out of 10.
10, 12, same main phase.
Can Marat win through a Gaddock Teague? Possibly. You've also seen that Urza's Saga is in this Storm deck, and sometimes they just Urza's Saga, make a bunch of constructs, and kill you.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, does it see though that it goes into the battlefield?
No, it would never get to do the second part.
If it is on the battlefield, it loses a certain creature.
4 cards in hand for Maverick Mike.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
Two?
10.
Sure.
Okay, there's Bergie, God of Storytelling. This card is really cool in Storm. Its reverse side, the Harnfell Horn of Bounty, is really awesome too.
Cast a Lotus Petal, trigger, make a red.
Okay, Lotus Petal making a red.
Same main phase.
Cast a Rite of Flame.
What are you at, by the way?
Use this, trigger. And then this one.
Yeah, means turning your endurance.
Not shiny.
I'll take 3, it goes 7. True.
Bergie, God of Storytelling's ability, whenever you cast a spell, add red until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Is Gaddock Teague enough? We may soon find out. Yeah. Harry Houdini looking at things very carefully. Marat is not currently tracking Storm, so it looks like we're safe. It seems.
I'll choose to add mana mode, so I'll add 4.
Okay, Jessica's Will, add some mana.
Cast a Vexing Bauble, trigger, so like it will be net 0. Then I'm going to use, so Storm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Move to combat.
Okay, so Storm is 5. Players in agreement on that. Here's Wish.
Block so fast.
Use.
Every wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's 4 here. Sorry. So I'll use
You can block.
1. So trigger. Get a mana.
Take 4. Take 1. 8 to 13.
Looks like thinking about Grape Shot. Grape Shot has been selected.
Cast Grape Shot. So Storm is. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll do 2, 1, 3 to you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right, Grape Shot kills Gaddock Teague and Noble Hierarch and deals 3 damage to Mike. Drawing a card off Vexing Bauble. Passing the turn. With Bergie God of Storytelling on the board, 1 card in hand. Let's see what else Mike has. Losing Gaddock Teague hurts a bit, but Marat, for the moment, out of ammo. Caracas! Oh, wow. Okay.
Both of these.
I dig it.
Take 3, go to 5.
5 to 9.
Aw, tapping in for mana. Okay, Dahlia, Guardian of Thraben, that's not bad. And a Delighted Halfling. Okay, okay. You got, oh man, I wanted to see the bounce of the... I think bounce Bergie, play Dahlia has to be better, right? That has to be better. No? I can't imagine that's not better.
Haywire might trigger.
Haywire might make a mana with Bergie. I mean, maybe Mike has a plan here. I don't know. Here's Lion's Eye Diamond. We don't know what else is in Mike's hand. Maybe setting up a knockout punch for next turn with that Delighted Halfling. All right, attacking with Bergie, passing the turn. Could also just bounce it now. Bounce the Bergie, that is. It looks like Mike's holding another Dahlia and a Sylvan Library and an unknown card. Haywire Might on standby.
Hard mage.
Yeah.
Attack for 3.
Yeah.
Trigger 2. Oh, this is Exalted. Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, you want to combat? I'm going to do some. I think I should always need to get with you second on to the
Okay, the God of Storytelling gets bounced.
So I opened one of the TV boxes trying to get the poster one. I got ignored. Oh yeah. I gave it to Matt.
Okay, there's the Saga. Passing the turn. That Caracas is going to be pretty much shutting off the God of Storytelling going forward.
That was in the beginning of combat, not my first main phase.
Who's beginning combat? Yeah.
Thinking about activating the Pride Mage here. I think we could wait. But maybe sack it this turn. What do you blow up this turn? Is it Lion's Eye Diamond? Or kill the Saga?
Attack for 3.
No box.
Is Defense Grid good in this matchup? I mean, it shuts off stuff like Endurance, Surgical, Force of Vigor. Or at least makes them more difficult to use. Okay, the Pride Mage will sack itself, blow up Urza's Saga. That makes sense.
Library.
Yep.
I'll bin this.
Go.
Sylvan Library passed the turn. 1 card in Marat's hand. We know it's the god of storytelling. Now 2 cards in hand.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna bust Tommy out.
Also protects Marat potentially from like a... It doesn't look like this Maverick list would have them, but stuff like Bowmaster at with Flash and stuff like that. Okay, drawing some cards with Sylvan Library. Lowering the life total against Storm can be scary. They need less Storm to win the game. This Guardian of Thraben, though, is a problem. Okay, the Wasteland on the Ancient Tomb, pretty good. Double Noble Hierarch attacking for 4 now. Marat has 1 turn left in this game, it looks like. Leaving up Caracas to bounce to Bergie if needed.
You know, trigger? Is it a 1 that's a 2?
Looks like Mike has this one.
Go.
Oh, look at this.
Library.
Yeah.
Push it back.
Yep.
What's wasting here?
I wasted it.
Oh, you're wasting that. Okay.
Okay, jump blocks with the Haywire Might and gains 2 life. I forgot about that possibility. Whoops. Okay, there's Keen-Eyed Curator. I said moments ago that Marat had 1 turn left, and I completely forgot that the Haywire Might could block. My bad.
Okay. Can you count me as 5?
I might keep. So I'm gonna crack this for 3 red. Yep. Cast.
Okay, Reforge the Soul is on the stack. Sacking Lion's Eye Diamond to pay for it. Both players discard their hands and draw 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dude, okay, it says that.
Is it possible for Marat to fight through the Dahlia here? No mana floating?
Keep draw.
No, that's not. Yeah, it doesn't. No, it doesn't need to add up. It just.
Some mixture of Simian Spirit Guide and Lion's Eye Diamond and Echo of Eons, but where do we go from there?
These are 48s for
There are bounce spells for problematic permanents. But Marat's life total is kind of low now. 2 Noble Hierarchs on the battlefield. Caracas can protect Dahlia and just replay it on the next turn if this turn is spent bouncing it.
Longer buy than 9.
This Saturday?
I'll pay 2 life. I go to 7.
Emily's hosting a Halloween party.
Dismember the.
It looks like there are enough types in the graveyard for Keen-Eyed Curator to turn itself into a 7/7 Trampler if that's something Mike wants to do.
No, that's what's up.
There's also an opportunity to exile an Echo of Eons if Marat is not careful. Rite of Flame. Using a Simian Spirit Guide.
3. Can I respond?
I mean, yeah.
Add, so before resolve,
Yeah.
I can exile.
I'm gonna minus 3
You can exile the other.
longer buy.
Exalted doesn't work if you attack with 2 creatures. So I think it was better just to attack with Dahlia, no?
That's fine. I go 10.
Yeah, 2.
You mind if I put it here?
Yeah.
And base. Go.
Okay, so the Key9 Curator used to reduce the amount of output by Rite of Flame. All right, Marat's going to scoop it up. That play was enough for Marat. We're going to game 3. Storm will be on the play. Do you get a damage through that way? Oh, considering the Haywire might chump block? I guess that's true. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because the previous turn, the chump block with the Haywire might. Yeah, maybe attacking with both was better, but maybe leaving up the mana was necessary.
It is.
You're trading.
So I'm going to play that.
As many activations of the Curator as possible.
It looks like you inspired me to play this. You inspired me to play this.
Why?
Because I saw how you were very, how you know how to do this.
Also, it forced the block with Haywire Might. I don't know how super relevant that would have been, but anyway. Urza Saga comes in.
Yes.
Get a Savannah.
Actually, I'll get a bio.
Vexing Ball.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, Vexing Bauble. I just heard 9 minutes are left in the round. I think that's what the crew member at Game Story said. Savannah and Deafening Silence. Okay, we're off to a good start again here in Game 3. And by we, I mean Maverick. Okay, Urza Saga has ticked up to 2. Ancient Tomb. We may start seeing the constructs. I mean, that's one way to beat Deafening Silence. Just make a bunch of large constructs that Mike won't be able to deal with in time. Unsure how Mike sideboarded, but I don't know if all 4 Swords to Plowshares are in after sideboarding. Yeah, these Storm decks can go to time. Sometimes, especially from newer players or people that don't play Legacy regularly, there's this thought that, oh, combo decks, they just like finish the game in 5 minutes. Not all the time. Most of the time, even, you know, if you watched Game 1 took a while, even though most of the game was Marat taking game actions.
Before I search, another dude.
Okay, making another wrong construct token before the search here.
Search.
Dahlia's on the board, Deafening Silence on the board. But these constructs. Ramalito absolutely right. The only out from Marat might be winning with the Saga tokens. So we'll see if Maverick Mike can beat some artifact creatures. They're going to be big.
Yep. 19.
Okay, looks for and finds Haywire Mites. That could be a way to blow up Deafening Silence later. Yeah, this was an excellent hand for Mike with the Deafening Silence and Thalia, but we're seeing the strength of these. Oh, Pyrite Spellbomb actually chosen over Haywire Might. Okay, that could kill Thalia. But we're seeing the Storm backup plan here. 5/5 constructs. And obviously this is a deck that can grow them even larger.
Turn.
Let's go with a 4-slot variant.
Into
Passed.
Okay. Alright, fine. It doesn't. Fine. Yes. Wait, no. It goes into the actual game. The unused one.
Is Mike running Rampaging Yao Guai? Philmatic, thank you for the Sowed Prime. 6 months. Hello, DCI. I'd like to report improper construct tokens being used for Urza Saga. Philmatic, absolutely right. And just as pissed off as we all should be.
Yeah, in 3
Draw.
Wait, we're literally missing the number 3. I think it's the
This game really makes me mad.
Yep.
Dude, yeah, but I'll play you next round and I'll beat you.
I'm gonna get a watery green below 11.
Okay. Wait.
Enemy cat.
Sorry.
Mike trying to figure this out. There's the 5/5 constructs on the other side of the board, 2 of them. And with a sacrifice of Vexing Bauble, playing a few more artifacts, they could be lethal on the following turn, potentially, as attacker. Oh, Kasali Pride Mage is not too bad. AP, thank you for the resub. 37 months. We need less DCI interference in our lives. It has become too overbearing. Hashtag liberate from DCI. AP continues to spiral into madness. But it's all good.
The OG.
Hey, wait a minute. Watch
Got all the crazies watching this channel, I think.
Is this 7?
10.
11?
Attacking for 10. A chance to chump and sack here.
11, 19.
Weed William has arrived in the chat. Mad Timmy says, I want MTG rewards like the good old days. Yeah, the good old days, yeah.
Is this 7 different actions? Different is. Wait, actually, no.
Wait, look at the numbers. Literally numbers.
I'm trying to sort this in.
War trigger.
In response to fetch.
I'll gain 8. I go to 19.
Ouch!
No, 1, 2, 3, 4 now. 4 down. Yeah. I'm gonna refill them at 10.
Great play by Marat here. That was heads up. If everybody watching saw that. Popping the spell bomb in response to the fetch. So Kasali Pride Mage couldn't sack. Really tight play there by Marat. Kind of wrecked Mike for not fetching before deploying that Kasali Pride Mage with Pyrite Spellbomb on the table. I love plays like that. That was super tight.
Yeah.
Lush Portico Surveil. Deafening Silence dumped into the graveyard. Mike hurting right now. That Kasali Pride Mage was supposed to play a huge role in climbing back into this game. Keen-Eyed Curator is something. Constructs have shrunken a little bit. Now they're down to 4/4, but...
This guy grows. Can I read it? Yeah. It's gotta get like delirium from exile. Oh, it gets 4/4 in channel.
Playing away, not for the draw.
There's not even a 4/7.
That should be fine. 2 lands in the yard currently.
AP with a question, given how good the Surveil lands are, when do we expect the OG duels get power crept out of the format MH4? Probably the, yeah, MH4.
Wait, pause. Pause. Yeah, no, I just...
This can eat from your graveyard too, right? Yeah. Yeah, 1 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the SpongeBob Secret Lair is going to break Legacy.
Combat. For 8.
Well, theoretically, no.
Swinging for 8, the constructs have gotten a little bit smaller since we last checked their power and toughness, but they're still very scary. Do we take 8 here and go down to 2?
That's fine.
Don't really want to lose Thalia. Don't really want to use this Keen-Eyed Curator. Can double block? But is that worth it?
That's how I feel.
Add 1 to military, so military. And then question mark depending on how much military you have.
Go ahead.
All right, just going to take the 8, go down to 2.
If I do go 20.
Storm mechanic was such a mistake.
Take 2. Sacrifice the draw.
I'm not afraid to say things like that.
Discard.
There's a Saga comes in now, so more constructs could be coming. Hoping for a rampaging Yaogwai.
You're 20? Oh, yeah, you can go. Sure, swing for 4 then? Yeah, just 4. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, just heard time called. Force of Vigor would be interesting.
Yeah.
There's Bergie, God of Storytelling again.
I'll take your Pirate's Bubble. Actually, I'll take your Urza Saga.
All right, exiling Urza Saga with the Keen-Eyed Curator on end step. That's 2 types. Needs 2 more to grow into a 7/7 with Trample.
How many creatures in your yard?
Turn 1 of extra turns.
3.
Okay.
4. Okay. This is gonna get 4 creatures, 5 lands.
Turn 2.
Constructs are now 3/3s, but the Urza Saga will reach its 2nd chapter on the following turn. What is the plan for Mike? I see a Green Sun Zenith in hand. What can we find? I mean, again, the Rampaging Yaogwai would have been great if we had another land. It would cost 1 more thanks to Thalia. We have blockers for the following turn.
6/6, right? 7/7?
Yeah, I thought we counted. Well,
Block. Yeah, I'm gonna block you.
2 life, so some plays like Burning Wish for Grape Shot could be scary. Green Sun Zenith is just going to cost 1 extra, though. We'd also need a land to find Gris. Doesn't look like we have one.
Oh yeah, with the text. Yep.
I'll do this fine.
Okay, Green Sun Zenith X is 0. So funny hearing me say Yaogwai in Chinese. How am I supposed to say it? Am I saying it wrong?
Because I already called it. So I mean,
Nobody sent me. The producers didn't send me a pronunciation guide.
You can still say before.
Yeah, you should have made your product fine.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
All right, so there's the 1 non-creature spell for the turn. We found a Dryad Arbor. I'm not sure what they do with that,
Oh, when I block with a dryer?
other than block.
Bloxible, so it's like,
Well,
I mean,
I didn't really know what your plan was there.
Okay, I'm saying it right. It's just a Chinese word. Okay. Okay, we got there.
because if you said
Yeah, I need an intern. We got rid of Eddie. Eddie the intern was, we let him go.
yeah, I mean, I've never been in a
I mean,
situation.
I would have let you do it. I just was confused what you were trying to do.
So yeah, I was trying to get an extra card to see if I could draw the removal.
So Urza Saga has ticked up to 2. The constructs could potentially grow this turn. Vexing Bauble is gone. Yeah, the Dryad Arbor was a desperate move. That's not a going to be a game-winning Dryad Arbor, I don't think. I don't think we're going to see this Dryad Arbor attack for lethal.
the right, like it's still.
Can the Keen-Eyed Curator become a 7/7 this turn? I believe so.
I know, I'm at least
This will go
No, it's not the
to
same as
7/7, right? Yeah. Okay.
Foil is. Right?
Exiling a creature and an artifact, grow into a 7/7.
How much does this cost?
Already have enchantment land.
I'm surprised that actually.
Yeah, I go to combat. Shoot it to everybody.
It's like, it felt almost 50-50. It was very tight.
Choke is so many.
Yeah, you played a Sunken Hollow.
4 damage.
I know, yeah.
Take your Pirate's Bubble. Yep. and I'll take
I was actually very surprised that Joe was
So
If it was
will
not
die.
1 minute on the clock, I probably would have went for Grist over the night.
Okay. Turn 2 of extra turns. We're seeing one of the constructs finally die in combat, but Dahlia and Dryad Arbor die as well.
You had a stack of islands.
Actually, I try not to laugh when you Lorien reveals cycle.
I don't want to. No, it's because I was trying to get you to laugh.
He was trying to.
Wait, what happened to that construct? I thought it died.
I was just gonna win him the game. We need way too many cards.
I was trying to hope I can clear you out.
Not sure what's happening.
And by the way, I actually did the Lorraine on purpose. I was trying to get you to laugh.
Okay.
I was
GG's. Storm gets it. Constructs from Urza's Saga. The wrong construct token. Able to close it out. GG's. Well played. Good match. The Pyrite Spellbomb on that Kasali Pride Mage was huge. Super tight play there. Well played. Okay. We're going to set up another poll for Twitch chat momentarily. Our Discord server is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in our Discord. Links are all over the place. We also have a Patreon. For those of you that want to join the 90s MTG family, go check out our Patreon. You could join our Patreon for free, which is very interesting. We're going to set up another poll for the Twitch chat momentarily to decide which match we will watch next. Lots of MTG news over the weekend. We have a bunch of info about sets coming out the following year. Aether Drift, Edge of Eternities, and Tarkir Dragonstorm. All look pretty cool. Marvel and Final Fantasy and a Universes Beyond to be announced. All will be in Standard. How is everybody feeling about the announcements that were over the weekend at MagicCon Vegas / the World Championships? Congrats to Javier Dominguez for taking it down. We're seeing a lot of previews of the Foundation set. The Foundation set looks exciting to me. I don't really have, if I'm being honest, I don't really have plans to play Standard coming up. But Foundations looks really cool. I'm a fan. Sire of Seven Deaths previewed. The set seems to have a little bit of everything that people like about Magic the Gathering. Leaf says Universes Beyond Legality is the one announcement I don't like. Okay. I've seen a lot of criticism of the Universes Beyond Legal and Standard stuff, and I guess I just, especially for people that don't even play Standard, like, who cares? I just don't care. So what? Jumpstart set looking also pretty cool. What was it? Oh, the SpongeBob Secret Lair coming in 2025. It's an exciting time for Magic the Gathering, everybody. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Twitch chat will decide which match we watch next. Which match next? Your options will be Jeskai Control versus Dimir Frog, or Reanimator versus Painter, or Storm versus Painter, Bant Nadu versus Reanimator. Or Jameer versus 8cast. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Bonfig says the news that was the saddest to me that Universes Beyond is going to be 50-50 with MTG sets. At least for the ones going to standard. It looks like they'll be 50-50 in that way. Although there's foundations legal through the whole thing. I get what you're saying. But why is that sad? What makes you... Let's talk about our feelings. What makes you sad about Universes Beyond being half of the non-foundation standard editions? What's sad about it? Let's talk this through. Filmatic says 6 standard legal sets per year is kind of crazy. Possibly. One minute left on the poll, by the way. There's a poll happening right now in the chat. People are deciding which match we will watch next. It's up to the chat. The game is losing its identity. I'm unsure about that. Less in-universe sets is kind of sad. I don't think we're doing less in-universe sets. As far as I can tell, we're doing more with foundations, 3 standard sets. Plus, I assume we'll get a, like, what was it? 2 years ago, we got, what was it called? There was a Masters set that had a bunch of new cards in it. And it was like Commander, was it Commander Masters? Anyway, it was all in universe, and then there's like the random other stuff that comes out, like Jumpstart and whatever, that adds even more cards to the game that are in universe. All right, Demir versus 8cast. Buff contributed 200 channel points. Let's do it. Pushing back Magic IP sets like Lorwyn feels like a bad direction. I don't know anything about what you're talking about with postponing Lorwyn. I did not see anything about that. Did we really need to go back to Lorwyn though? I think we could skip that one, TBH. Oh man. I'm kind of kidding, but meh. Does anybody even like Lorwyn? Oh. Diving in.
Exactly.
Card tricks and all stuff, so I hope nothing
It's
was
just good
successful.
against an open field.
It's hard because they're catering to competitive players, which is great for people like us.
All right, on the left side of your screen, making their 90s MTG debut, we have 8cast. That would be Mark. And on the right, we have Demir. That would be Derek. Man, Timmy says Lorwyn was one of the best limited formats ever. Yeah, I know there's like some lovers of Lorwyn out there. I was just kind of being funny. Sar says, from a purely egotistical point of view, I dislike foundations because standard something I use as a break from non-rotating formats, and I'm afraid that standard is going to be more of the same rotations, slightly different favors. End of the day, whatever makes them more money to continue to make the game. I just want the game to be more popular. Yeah, I think they're doing a lot to make the game more popular, and that's the most important thing for me. More people playing Magic. More people with different backgrounds, different color hair, whatever you want to say. A more variety of people showing up to Magic events. I love that. People coming from other fandoms. I love that.
Yeah,
The gathering is larger than ever.
I like those two.
Looks like players are getting ready to go.
Now I have to figure out what the correct time is.
Yeah, for sure.
Leaf says, what is the retention rate of new players brought in through Universes Beyond? 52%, and it's 15% of the meta. I have a spreadsheet on that. All right, Ancient Tomb into Chalice on 1.
Fine. Pass to you.
You can't.
Go.
Snow-covered swamp, pass the turn.
I'm gonna throw this back.
Mad Timmy says, I think Foundations is better for players. You can invest into this set and use it for 5 years. The worst part of Standard, your cards become worthless every 2 years, now 3. Yeah, having more of a consistent card pool for Standard for longer periods of time, I think could help. Versus Saga, Mishra's Bauble, Lotus Petal.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Improvising into Kappa Cannoneer. Kappa Cannoneer, everybody. I haven't seen this card on stream in a while.
Blue, right? So blue.
Oh, I see. So I'm trying to think how that works with improvise.
I think you can announce it, and then I believe.
Well,
Was this paid for correctly? I think they're kind of thinking about it right now.
you need to be able to, because you have to tap it as part of the improvise.
Oh, no, I have 2 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack for 6. Right?
No, but the improvise is for artifacts, so you have to find a way to pay blue mana.
Right. This is my blue. This is 2 resources. 2,
Yes.
3,
Put this one back.
4, and 5. That's my 5 colorless. This is my blue. 6.
Oh wait, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see. So then you're sacking it. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, that makes sense. Now you go. I'll respond.
Yep. No worries.
Okay, Kappa Cannoneer is on the stack. It looks like there was some confusion about how it was paid for. Can't hurt to ask. Force pitching Psychic Frog. Okay. It's the frog, everybody.
All right, cool.
Pass you. Sorry about that.
No, you're a draw.
Yep.
Okay, Kappa Cannoneer is countered. Passing the turn. After a drowned catacomb.
I'll reveal it from there. Damn, that is some science. I did not.
Why Drowned Catacomb? Is this a budget deck? If you've been watching some of our live streams recently or our videos over on YouTube, you may be aware of why Derek may be running Drowned Catacomb. We'll see how this plays out. Has Derek broken the format?
This one, from my understanding,
Go.
I can't
Look at the top part.
Okay, so this is the blue-black filter land. Ooh, what is it called? Oh no, I forgot what it's called.
Upkeep. So draw 2 cards,
Sunken Ruins, there you go. Thank you, chat.
and then draw for turn. That's good. And then Saga.
I'm ashamed of myself.
That, make a construct.
Go 14.
Yep.
Okay, making a construct. The wrong construct token. We've seen a lot of this recently. A lot of these windmills getting used. The wrong token, folks.
Everything seems fine right now.
But I should have a second construct in mind.
Oh, was there a missed opportunity to make a construct? Maybe it was missed. Scott, thank you for the resub. 28 months. Scott always holding us down. Scott, a valuable member of our community. What's up, Scott? Yeah, maybe Mark missed an activation of Urza Saga. That sucks. Shadow Spear is found, though.
Go 12. Attempt to equip.
The equip is fine.
Yep.
Okay, the construct is equipped with Shadow Spear now. As Scott drops in 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Scott. Number 1 on our all-time leaderboard with 271 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate all your support.
I will force will it.
Go to 11?
Yep.
That's fine. What's on my turn?
Yep.
Okay, that I believe was Drown in the Lock, and it was countered. Don't see Drown in the Lock much in Legacy these days.
Okay.
So it's just a.
Sounds good.
Okay, the blue-black pathway comes in as a face-up as the blue side. Clear water pathway, maybe? Ooh, I don't remember these names. All right, Jace Vryn's Prodigy is on the stack.
I'll pass.
Still have a colorless floating.
Derek's deck is not a budget deck. It's a spicy one. These lands are not being run for budget reasons.
Interesting.
Filmatic guessing Tainted Pact. Could be right. I won't say.
Go. I'm gonna first tap 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Go 7.
Okay, Chalice on 2. 2 charge counters on the second one.
On cast trigger on the side.
That is fine.
Cast trigger on the stack.
Two.
Sure.
Pixel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cast
Tap.
trigger up in here for
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
18.
6.
Attacking with a 6/6 lifelinker. Gets through.
13, right? 13 all.
Why are you at 13?
I was at 19 because I used Force of Will.
Force of Will, thank you. And then
And then you're going to gain life.
6.
Flying.
So 13.
Attack.
13 all.
Pass.
What do we want to pitch? No.
That's, I'm going to cast Consider.
Just one.
Okay. It's kind of.
That's fine.
14. 14 total.
A little bit of a Chalice check there, casting Consider into Chalice on 1. Mark doesn't fall for it.
Okay.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll draw for turn.
Sounds good.
I'm going to respond to that. Yeah.
Channel talking about
Sure. He's gotta tell me what it does.
Oh, yeah, here you go. It's discarded.
Okay.
Yeah, you need two.
Mill 3 cards, and return a creature.
I'll get this
graveyard to your hand. Sweet.
It's got lifelink.
So, mill 3.
Yep.
Obviously, that's not the plain card, but this is Takanuma getting channeled, and you mill 3, return a creature to your hand. Or Planeswalker.
Back.
Sure. Can I re-troll?
Troll of Khazad-dûm gets returned. AJ Potato, thank you for the resale with Prime. 12 months for AJ Potato. You did it. Thank you, AJ Potato. Sticking with us for a year.
You have 2 in hand.
I'm going to activate Jace. I'll draw a card, discard.
Sounds good.
Sorry, just take it. We chilling.
I'll discard Preordain. I'll flip a Jace.
Yep.
All right. Jace turns into a Planeswalker. Telepath Unbound.
I'm going to plus Jace targeting the construct.
Okay.
So until it gets plus -2/-2 into my next turn.
Sounds good.
Go for it.
All right, so Jace Telepath Unbound at 6 loyalty. The construct has -2 power until Derek's next turn.
Attack.
Attack me or Jace?
Attack you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5.
I'll go to 8, and then you go to 18.
Against you.
I'll respond. Sure.
It did have -2 power, so hits for 5.
And it's non-land, right? Correct. Okay, so you will see it.
Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2. That seems to be quite a problem.
Shrieker. Oh yeah, that'll be
The latest land drop was Polluted Delta for Derek.
16.
I'll plus Jace targeting the construct.
Okay, Telepath Unbound targets the construct with its +1 ability, giving it -2/-0 until your next turn. Urza's Bauble is activated.
You can roll pick.
Sure. 1, 6. 6.
Command.
Brazenbauer revealed. Petty Theft currently shut off by a Chalice on 2.
Guys? Yeah, you're making 3 guys? I'm making 3 guys. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I'll resolve. So I'll make a guy on
Me or
this.
Jace?
Yep. And then my 3 will come in.
1,
So
2,
4
it
pings
should be
total.
5.
Yep.
I'll go to 3, and then you go to 23.
Cool. I'll play an Urza Saga.
Sure.
Correct?
And
Yeah.
pass.
I believe that should have been 4 damage, right? whatever. All right, Urza Saga comes in.
I'll never look.
Yeah, it's a cool habit.
All it does is get you tilted.
Surveil trigger for undersea sewers.
Sure.
It's an interesting
Three.
game.
So second one.
Yeah, there are 5 total artifacts, so it's a 6/6, right? -2 is 4. I don't know.
I create and for
I'll
him.
surveil.
Sure. 2.
Oh yeah, two.
Can I read what discard does?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks so.
Sorry, I'm still.
Reading the Psychic Frog. Oh my goodness.
Wait, it's just better Psychic Talk.
This one I just messed
Way
up.
better. I don't know why it was printed the way
Wow.
it is. I know.
What a moment captured on stream.
This is wild.
So I'm gonna pitch this as basic swamp.
Sounds good.
Okay, surveilling a swamp into the graveyard.
That is fine. Untap upkeep. Draw. Small error.
Give this fly.
Hard
Okay, tapping a lot of mana. Lorien revealed. Draw 3. Not sure what that is going to do here.
return. Let's go to game 2.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're going to game 2. Derek will be on the play for game 2.
Neither do we. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, you know what I'm doing.
It seemed like those chalices were really effective there in game 1.
Is he?
Yes.
I don't know Spencer that well. I just work with him. We don't play Magic though. I don't even play this game.
He's a very good Magic player. I've known him for many years. You can tell him I said it. He'll probably laugh about it, but
All right, Derek is on the play. It looks like we're getting ready to go.
yeah, I'm good. You're good.
I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark apparently still thinking about Mulligan.
Like it looks powerful, but then
Yeah, no, good. I just wanted to. After, after the matchup.
Oh, you think you should have just gone for the win?
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, Mark said,
new art.
Raise on Brazen Ball. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If you just
okay, I think that was Dark Slick Shores. Mark said that Psychic Frog looked like it was a better Psychotog, which of course is completely unplayable in Legacy.
like snowball everything.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you did it right.
Urza Saga comes in.
Aether Spellbomb.
Either Spellbomb. Wow.
Where's his
Okay.
Urza's Bauble. It's getting activated. We'll get a look at a card in Derek's hand momentarily.
You flip it.
Jace.
Jace, Wielder of Secrets.
Let's see.
Wielder of Mysteries? Something.
I'll pass to you.
The 4-mana Thassa's Oracle ability one.
Keep stuff. I would like to draw a card.
End step.
Yep.
Brainstorm.
Sounds good.
Brainstorm on end step. Mysteries. Thank you, chat.
Aggressive brainstorm. Just wait till your turn to do that.
Still figuring this out. Let's see. Do I care about that? It's interesting.
So, end step brainstorm happening here. We know that 8cast doesn't necessarily run Bowmaster, right? You'll see combo decks do stuff like that, and we saw Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Surveil puts a Bajuka Bog into the graveyard.
Okay. Cool.
Go for it.
Urza Saga. Well, I have to draw first. We're good. Wait, I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You drew-
7, 8, 9. I should have 8 for my turn, 9 for this. Okay, I did not draw. I'll draw.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so Urza Saga ticks up to Chapter 2.
Ancient Tale.
That's good. You can search.
I'll just pass.
Okay. Draw?
Yep.
So passing back to Derek. Derek plays a basic island. And then Derek looks like has passed the turn. Making a construct now is Mark.
Yep, you good.
My turn.
Go for it.
Tap. Upkeep. Draw.
Yep.
Goes to 3. Let's think about this. Let's make another construct.
Yeah, another construct. That's fine. 16.
And then we'll search.
All right, making another construct. Urza Saga will pop. And we will find. Will it be Shadow Spear again? It is Shadow Spear. I was wondering if for a moment there if it would be a pithing needle or something, but there's it. It looks unclear still what Derek is up to, but we've seen Jace Wielder of Mysteries. There's another Urza Saga, so the constructs will continue next turn. Equipping with Shadow Spear.
One,
And a big attack.
5, 6.
That's fine. I take 6. I'm at 14, and you're at 22.
Yep.
Oh,
Sure.
I'll pass to you.
and 7. Snapcaster Mage.
Brainstorm.
Snapcaster Mage, there's a Brainstorm in the graveyard.
About that.
Cool. Turn Snapcaster Mage. Don't target Brainstorm.
Yep.
I'll cast Brainstorm.
Sounds good.
All right, flashing back, Brainstorm out of the graveyard on end step. Derek has Jace Wielder of Mysteries in hand. We don't know where it will end up now. It's getting interesting.
Good thing I caught it. I'll take my turn.
Yep.
Draw. Basic Swamp.
Oh man, you're looking for a swamp. That's not good.
Oh, you have an active construct.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll make sure of that. All right. I get distracted by my own card. Tamio?
Okay, Tamio Inquisitive Student is on the board. Well, maybe it's still in the stack, actually.
Cardinal.
Until your next turn, never trigger attack. Return target is
Pretty good. Like, I wouldn't have known that you would do it.
draw cards. You drop it to the half.
That's wild. Yeah, tell me it was good.
Tommy's good. Okay.
Okay, Tamio resolves.
I'm just
Pass. Draw.
Yep. Ghost.
Okay, here's the Saga ticks up to 2. Plays the basic island.
Game 1, you see it here, and you know it's a
Thoughtcast.
I'll respond. Bowmasters?
Yeah.
Bowmaster in response to Thoughtcast. Uh-oh.
One damage to any target mana mass.
It's on stack.
Force will.
Hit you in Force of Will?
Yep.
I'll respond.
Sounds good.
Force pitching force on Bowmaster. Thoughtcast on the stack as well. Derek thinking about responding now.
And this is targeting this, right?
Yep.
It's gonna be a Flusterstorm.
I'm gonna cast Force of Negation, pitch, and Jace Wielder Mysteries. I'm gonna target the Thoughtcast.
Target the Thoughtcast. Sure.
Okay, so yeah, that'll get exiled,
Okay.
and then this resolves.
Okay.
2 cards, right?
Okay, I'm not sure why Derek wouldn't just Force of Negation the Force of Will there. And, well... Oh, man, having a Bowmaster on the board is so good against the 8-cast deck, but... And you could, like, chump with an Orc Army as well. Big attack coming in.
And you go 26.
Tank Terry is Derek on the chat saying they didn't want Mark to get extra cards. Yeah, there is the possibility of bouncing the Bowmaster. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll just rep this.
Sounds good.
Snow basic found by Troll of Khazad-dûm's swap cycle here. Scott seems to be on board with the play of Force of Negation on Thoughtcast. Interestingly, though, Jace Wielder of Mysteries has now been exiled.
Tap up. Draw.
Looks like Derek just drew Harbinger of the Seas. I think. Tameo attacks, makes a clue.
If you that changes your attack at all.
Yeah, this is flying.
Oh, flying. Never mind.
Yeah.
2
Yeah, there's no really
colors. Microscope.
Is attack. Yeah, so you take 0 damage.
Okay.
Semi-phase. Land for turn Sunken Hollow. I have a 2 basics.
Sounds good.
Okay, Sunken Hollow was the land for turn. Needs 2 basics in play to enter untapped. It's an island swap. Sacking the clue.
Yeah, you got me. Good games.
Good games.
All right, good games. Stuck in hand, Harbinger of the Seas, and 2 lands. We didn't get to see much of what Derek's game plan was as far as combo finishes, but an interesting deck. An interesting look at it. GG's. Eightcast. Haven't seen that deck on stream in a while. Okay. We'll keep things moving along. Which match next? Your options will be Jeskai Control versus Demir Frog. Demir versus Mono Red Stompy, Moon Stompy. Reanimator versus Blue Black Frog, Demir Tempo. Storm versus Bant Nadu. Or Bant Nadu versus whoops, I lost my place. Sorry, that's not what it is. The last choice is Reanimator versus Storm. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. It's Jay Liddy says, I want to see Storm versus Magneto. Yeah. Wait till 2025. Harry Houdini wondering about Eldrazi. Not much Eldrazi in the queue, but we may see it later. Okay, votes are coming in. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We do have a Patreon. You can join our family over on Patreon. Links are all over the place for that. They brought back the threshold mechanic. They brought back Ward. They brought back or made a new mechanic called Alliance. I'm not even sure. I don't remember that one. They brought back Goblins. They brought back the heroic mechanic. They brought back protection from everything. They brought back hybrid mana. They made another elf. They brought back Dark Confidant. They're just screwing the whole thing up. 2025, everybody. Have we talked about how sweet the new Eldrazi is? Yeah, that new Eldrazi is awesome. Demir versus Red Stompy up next. Tank Terry contributed to 400 channel points. Thank you, Tank Terry. Let's do it. Let's set this up. Only 400 channel points to rig the poll. That seems like a good deal. Diving in.
I want a dirty game. I want to see people cheating. I want to see people like thumbing the cards up to the top of their decks.
I'm definitely going to play multiple lands in a turn.
No insults.
I totally have
No put downs.
Oh man, that's
Mono Red Stompy on the left. That would be Adam. Back on the right is Derek with this Demir brew.
This is especially for you.
Okay.
I think you will appreciate this. Okay. And of course the audience.
What audience?
I want the N-word every other.
Looks like players are still resolving mulligans here.
Make it so he can't broadcast with the audio on.
I'll keep this.
I feel like it's like back in the 1920s or something.
Put this back.
Have fun.
Scott wondering what's going on. What type of shop is this? We want to see people cheating? Someone better put a cheaty face into play. Rampant cheating and corruption at the locals here in New York City. Gemstone Caverns is on the board.
No, I'm saying like does this pick up audio?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's hearing all the fucked up things that I'm saying.
Yeah, try not to.
Oh, come on. All right. Basic Island comes in. Chartwin, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't keep this.
I'm gonna keep.
Considering this as a land.
Okay.
Untapped.
Volcanic Fisher comes in, untapped, paying 3 life.
1, 2, 3. Table.
Fable of the Mirror Breaker comes in. Good card. Consider in response.
Library. You put in your hand. Or you put that card into your rear.
Reading Consider. Oh my goodness. Gotta memorize all the cards, folks.
I'm going to put Personality Disc in my yard. I'll draw a card.
Okay.
You can have it. It's fine.
Okay, Fable of the Mirror Breaker is in.
Yep.
Goblin.
Take it away.
Nice card.
What's your time?
Yep.
Draw?
Yep.
Board looker?
Swamp. Okay. Swamp.
Adam's saying legacy players don't know what consider is. You know what? You're supposed to have all the cards memorized, Adam.
Bowmasters.
Bowmaster.
I'll hit you.
60.
You can draw.
I'll get rid of your endurance.
Okay, draw for turn.
Yep.
Go.
Goes to 2.
Yep.
Get a basic forest cast birds.
Yep.
After that, I'm done.
Cyclones roll.
The Bowmaster on the board. Fable Limber Breaker has just hit Chapter 2. It looks like we're thinking about discarding some cards.
Are we done?
Yep.
Yeah, it might be better to ping the goblin.
Land for turn.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Jay Lady says I would have done it with Chapter 2 ability on the stack and ping the goblin. I think that's probably the best.
Bombardiers.
Here's Broadside Bombardiers.
To attack step?
Yeah.
Declare my attackers. I will make a treasure.
Lost Caverns of Ixalan, of course, broke Legacy with Broadside Bombardiers. Metagame has been ruined forever.
The boast right away to kill the bowmaster.
Sure.
Okay, sacking the treasure to kill the Bowmaster. That the treasure was created by the Goblin Shaman token. Using the boast ability of Broadside Bombardiers.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
Scott says Bombardiers should be on the watch list. Yeah. Yeah, put Uro on there and Murktide and Bombardiers. Kappa Cannoneer, put it on the watch list. And, yeah.
Go. Yep. That's fine.
Reflections of Kiki Jiki on the board.
Yep, that's good.
Pass.
Looks like Adam's hand is the One Ring, City of Traders, and another copy of Broadside Bombardiers. Another copy of Broadside Bombardiers could present quite a clock. Here's the One Ring.
One card? I'm going to do a couple of things.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a throw at the Bombardiers.
Okay, go for the throat on Broadside Bombardiers on the stack.
Still responding. Force of Will pitching Brazen Borrower.
Force pitching Brazen Borrower on the One Ring. It's countered.
Go to attacks.
Yep. I take 2. 15.
Make a treasure.
Yep.
Looks like Adam's last card in hand is another copy of Broadside. Thinking about playing it here? Probably safe to wait. It does have haste.
Take 6, go to 7.
Looks like we're moving into the Surveil phase. Blue to Delta gets correct. Surveil, Undercity Sewers. Yeah, Rod of Ruin token. Adam's token game is sharp.
Against the Bowman. Ping you down to 11.
Round of applause for the treasure token.
Make an army.
Yep.
I guess you're passing?
Yes.
That's it.
I'm going to leave it on top.
Okay.
Draw.
Thespian stage. 3 cards in hand for Derek. Thespian stage on the board now.
Like
Scott says this got exciting.
I'm gonna dismember the
17.
reflection. Okay.
Reflections of Kiki Jiki gets dismembered. Has removal. Yeah, I think Derek triple sleeves all of his decks.
I don't know. That works. That's what I do.
Here's Broadside Bombardiers. Yeah, Tank Terry is Derek in the chat, confirming it is triple sleeved. Tank with Broadside Bombardiers and the Goblin Shaman, making a treasure. Drops Derek down to 8. That Broadside Bombardiers is scary. 2 treasures now. Sacks 1 to deal 2 damage with boast ability.
End step.
4 green sec.
Tainted Pact.
Here's Tainted Pact.
Part of my library from the game. I may put that card in my hand. I may repeat this process until I get another card, or that is of the same name that was exiled,
Okay.
or or until I stop and then I put the card in my hand.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing you only have 1 of each card?
everything's singleton, yeah,
Yeah.
except for Tainted Pact, like one other.
Okay.
Just got you.
Okay, not a question that Derek necessarily had to answer there, but yes, the deck is mostly singleton, except for 2 copies of Tainted Pact, so you don't hit the same card twice. That's Emperor of Bones. We saw Sudden Edict. Looks like Derek's thinking about stopping here. JH Stock, thank you for the reset with Prime. 24 months. 2-year badge now for JH Stock. Appreciate that. You did it.
I'm at 6, right?
You're at 6.
I'm gonna take. Let's see, make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna take Emperor Bones.
Okay, Emperor of Bones is a selection here.
Okay.
Salt in my target.
So that's an instant?
This is an instant. That's no thing. Yeah. Draw.
Yeah, Tainted Pact is an instant.
Creature.
Thank you, JH Stock.
Good.
Emperor Bones.
Okay.
So we still have 4.
It's 4 5, yeah.
So, all right. So I'll do. It's gonna be a little weird, but I'll just. So I have only 2 cards. So I'm gonna go into combat. Trigger for the Emperor Bones.
Okay, triggering Emperor of Bones for before combat. Tech 13, thank you for the resub with Prime. 17 months with a floating bagel.
Haste, that's really good. Combat damage, creatures
at the beginning of the next episode.
control can't be
So then when the
prevented.
finale, everyone we get exiled. So yeah. So trigger for the Emperor Bones. I'm gonna exile your Bombardiers.
Sure.
And then retaining priority. Is still at the beginning of combat. I'm gonna adapt.
Sure.
You sure you can do that?
Yes. We call Judge. You want to call Judge?
No, it's your words. It's only yours.
Yeah, I just want to look up the description of Adapt and make sure it's not a
not like
sorcery
a
speed
translate.
only type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you can look. You're more welcome to. We're checking.
Okay, getting a ruling here for Emperor of Bones. Adapt can be played at instant speed, but can't hurt to look it up. Emperor of Bones. Look at the text up on the screen again. Has exiled Broadside Bombardiers from the graveyard, and Derek is trying to adapt after its beginning of combat ability has resolved and exiled the Broadside Bombardiers. So we're oh, we got to look at Derek's hand there. Look like Reanimate and Bitter Blossom.
I'm gonna plus Grist.
Okay.
Cool. So it's good, right?
Yeah, so you put the
So I put the 2 counters, and then this is going to come into play.
Okay.
So then I'm going to go into combat.
Okay.
I'll swing with this. I just want to make sure it's attacking. Okay, cool. So I can activate that. So yeah, I'll just swing in with this.
Okay, no blocks.
So you take 2, go to 14.
Yep.
Okay, Broadside gets in for 2, and then we're going to sack Emperor of Bones to kill Broadside Bombardiers. Okay. There had to be something better in the deck to find with Tainted Pack, no? That didn't feel super powerful.
Okay.
With Reanimate in hand? Like, Entomb Atraxa or something? But then what if Atraxa's found? I don't know.
Paraguay?
Carry it.
It's risky. Tainted Pack's hard. I don't know. Here's Paragoyf. It might be game ending.
Okay.
So results?
Yeah.
So I got creature, enchantment, artifact, land.
I think it's just instant. Oh, let's see. So creature, instant, land. Let's see. Artifact. I think you got me. Yeah. Right.
So you have 4 types, and then I have enchantment. That's 5.
Yeah.
Switch it for 5 and attack for 2.
Yep. Game 2. Well played.
All right, we're going to game 2. Mono Red Stompy up a game. Paragoyf is so powerful. This card is still at this point, I feel underestimated a little bit. This card is legit. It's super powerful.
It was a little bit of a weird situation.
I'm a believer in the Paragoyf.
That's an attack.
And turn the card sideways.
All right, players shuffling up here for game 2. Is Paragoyf on the watch list? Maybe it should be. Maybe it should be. Well, here's the thing. Here's what you need to think about. Think about the play patterns, okay? What about the play patterns? What about the win rate percentages? What about the metagame percentage? It's all, you got to figure this stuff out very carefully.
Yeah, I'll try this.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, that's Dark Slick Shores coming in untapped.
City?
Yep.
Chroma?
Sure.
Shadow
Yep.
Paper.
I'll respond.
Sure.
I'll blow a mental blast now.
Okay, Blue Elemental Blast on Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It is countered.
Alright. Good start. Yeah, I understand one win the first night. I was not expecting to take home. I wasn't even expecting to win a single game of Magic.
Salty Voidwalker, the follow-up. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. So now City of Traders can tap for black mana. It's not going to be relevant. Salty Voidwalker, one of my favorite Modern Horizons cards so far. It's a nice one. I just feel like the shadow mechanic was such a mistake, right, everybody? What were they thinking when they made shadow?
Points. One rings.
Yeah, not tested for 1v1. Here's the One Ring.
And I will draw a card.
Sure.
Current Crispy Horizon card rankings. Ooh, that's actually an interesting. That might have to be for the Discord, but I think Dorothy Voidwalker is in my top 5 Horizons cards of all time that I really like. What else is in there?
That's fine.
We're not going to consider Lord of the Rings Horizons. I really like Collector Oof. Ren and 6. You know, I wasn't playing much Legacy when Ren and 6 was legal. So I don't really have an opinion on that card in Legacy. In the sense that I haven't played with it myself or played against it. I do like that Flusterstorm was in Modern Horizons, but it wasn't first printed in Modern Horizons, which I think is the spirit of the question.
Or enchantment.
I'll pay 2 life. Dismembering.
Okay, dismembering the broadside bombardiers before it can attack. We kind of had a funny discussion in our Discord today about dismembering broadside bombardiers before attacks. If you're not in our Discord server, join our Discord server. We have some good chat going on in there.
Okay. Just trying to speed this up. Yeah.
Come hang out with us.
Bowmaster, kill that.
Surveil.
Yep.
Undercity Sewer, Surveil.
My turn and this gets... Oh, okay.
There's a broadside bombardiers now exiled with a void counter on it. Passing the turn, the 1 ring, 2 burden counters on it now. A Barokish Bowmaster could be interesting.
What is that? Just a plate. Some plates, okay. I'm with the combat. Yep. 3, 4, 4. Wait. Okay, 3, 4, 5. 12.
Got a brief glance at Adam's hand there. It looks like 2 copies of Red Elemental Blast. Okay, all right, the 1 ring getting activated. Gonna draw 3. The power of the 1 ring.
What, you get land? Yeah,
Force of Vigor, another Modern Horizons card I really like. Just thought of that one. Fury. I really like Fury, actually. I was a fan of Pyrokinesis as a card, and I think Fury is really cool. I know Modern, there's another world there that has its own limitations and whatever. Ooh, what is that?
I will.
Is that just Counterspell? Red Elemental Blast. I'm not sure. Yeah, that is Counterspell, right?
This is still alive, yeah. So then, how does this work? So yeah, that'll die from search. Yeah, sure. So, yep, you have a roll to it. Sure, this is gone, and then that'll go to the graveyard. Okay.
And then red 2 Blood Moon.
Ooh, Blood Moon.
Island Cycle Lorien.
Okay, had a Lorien revealed to Island Cycle in response. This could find Derek a basic island and prevent this Blood Moon from being an absolute disaster.
Reanimate, I'll take 2. Master, kill that.
Okay, basic island. Snow basic island.
Time out.
Yep. That's in my hand also.
Yep.
What about people of the chat, people of the YouTube comments? What would be your top Modern Horizons cards of all time? Your favorites, not just like which one are the most powerful. Your personal favorite Modern Horizons cards. Curious what people think about that.
Yep.
Oh, Dragon's Rage Channeler is a good one. I like Dragon's Rage Channeler, for sure. Echo of Eons is cool. That's a good pick. That's a cool card.
Yep.
There's no Urion on Derek's side. Force of Phil, hoping for a Magus of the Sensei's Divining Top in the next one. Subtlety is cool. Not super relevant in Legacy, but a cool card. For sure.
That's a counterspell?
Count.
Murktide. Oh, boy.
Mark is annoying.
Murktide Regent is on the watch list, okay? With Uro and the Frog and Bowmaster and the One Ring and Prismatic Ending and Plague Engineer and... I actually really like Prismatic Ending.
Play Pyroglyph.
Here's the Pyroglyph. Well, it counts as a Modern Horizons card. Pyroglyph, Netherglyph, and Barrowglyph I really liked in Legacy. I think I like those cards a lot, actually. I also really like Planar Nexus and Talon Gates of Madara a lot. Ocelot Pride is pretty sweet. It is pretty sweet, making City's Blessing relevant in Legacy. Dress Down is also really cool. Its comment says Nadu and then was banned from the chat. Sewing Mecha Spawn I like a lot.
Want to do that? Sure.
Yawgmoth from Modern, definitely. Urza Saga. I really like Urza Saga. It's got haters, but I really love that card. I think it's awesome.
I'll draw 4.
That's fine.
That's why.
All right, drawing 4 now with the One Ring. Plenty of cards available for Adam now. Yeah, Urza Saga is an interesting card. I agree. I love Urza Saga.
Play Chroma.
Oh, Grist is such a good one. Yeah, Grist is awesome.
Let me cut you.
I'll pass.
And then I'll shuffle while you play. And then you can cut me.
Attempt a petty theft or a balloon.
Okay, Petty Theft on Blood Moon on end step. That could unlock a bunch of stuff, bunch of plays for Derek on the following turn. Now flashes in Brazen Borrow with the lands available. Okay, things are coming together.
I mean, you're a 10 actually.
10.
Move to combat.
Yep. 3. 7.
Drops down to 7 now as Adam. This, the One Ring has 4 burn encounters on it.
I'll kill your hierarchy.
Murktide for 1, 2.
Okay, here's Murktide Regents.
Okay.
Looks like it's a 7/7. Violent Outburst says, "Do you love Urza Saga enough to buy my full art version?" You know, I'm really not big on buying the like alternate versions of stuff for like hundreds of dollars or whatever. That's just not really a thing for me, personally.
So your graveyard is empty?
I have no graveyard.
Energy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
So that means this is lower. So
You have to sacrifice that to destroy stuff, or is it just
3 taps.
3 tap sacrifice, destroy target non-land permanent with mana value X, activate
Sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
You have 1 card.
I have 1 card in hand.
1 card in hand for Derek. Plenty of cards in hand for Adam, but at 3 life. With 2 flyers on the other side. Derek's at 14. Is it possible to do 14 damage this turn? It is. We need some combination of Bombardier and Pyroglyph, probably. Yeah, there's a bunch of decks that would be hurt without Urza Saga in the format that I think, especially Painter and Lands, are good for the format, let's say.
2, 3, 4.
Draw 5 off Urza Saga. I mean, off the One Ring.
Swords. I'll gain 3. Go to 21.
I'll take. You're gonna use 3. What was that? 14.
14. Cast the 1 ring?
That's fine.
Okay, another One Ring. That'll kind of time walk a little bit here.
That's fine.
What is that? 2? Region Death Touch. All lands have. Okay.
If Adam plays a land, all 3 City of Traders would die. Is it worth it to put the Blood Moon back on the table?
Cycle Troll.
Yep.
Possibly. Adam has a lot of cards in hand, just trying to figure this out.
It was like 3 cards in it?
Bombardiers is fine.
Okay, Broadside Bombardiers is in. There's also the possibility of killing Brazenborrower and killing Murktide. Broadside Bombardier does have Menace.
I'll end my turn. Oh, yeah. You're at 9?
This is FNM. A little bit of slow play here, but not unreasonable, I guess. Fury pitching Blood Moon. And this looks like a big play. Deal 4 damage to Murktide. I think you should kill Brazenborrower and deal 3 damage to Murktide. And then just fling something at the Murktide to kill it. Maybe. Using the boast ability. Alright, drawing a card off the One Ring.
Anything weird? Not really.
Found a red Elemental Blast. That's relevant. Yeah, there was also the opportunity to attack with the Bombardier, then play Fury. This is tough.
Sure. 327.
Brazenborrower is on the board, and it's tapped. It is not on an adventure.
I'm gonna respond.
Okay, going to attacks. Derek has a play. Long goodbye on Broadside Bombardier. So the removal spell is a pretty big problem for Adam. Did Adam just screw up big time, not furying away the Brazenborrower? Possibly. Can attack with the Paragoyf, a Red Blast, and Murktide.
Creature, instant, enchantment, artifact.
There is ring protection for the following turn, that's true.
You have instant now, right?
I've always had instant.
Yeah, 4.
I've always had instant. Land, instant, creature. I guess it's still 3.
I go 10. Okay.
Yeah. I'm at 6.
You're at 6.
Sure. 3, 30.
30.
Yep.
Plays a mountain, loses the 3 City Traders. Okay.
Yeah, you got this.
All right, game 3? Okay.
Okay, we're going to game 3. Despite the ring protection? Huh. Okay. Going to game 3. We got a scoop.
Mine? Never.
Okay, Adam is in the chat. Took so long, I forgot I had protection. All right. That explains it then. Thought for sure you would at least get another turn. Take another turn. Ouch. Happens though. Jay Liddy is right. This game is hard. So Adam will be on the play here for game 3. And Derek may have gotten a little bit lucky in that second game.
Okay.
The long goodbye was super relevant, but the Fury to kill Brazenbauer and then a Red Blast to blow up Murktide would have put Derek in a bad position.
And I'll pass the check.
And most likely after that, Adam would have been able to win, I think. Basic Island to start the game for Derek.
Good.
Consider.
Sure.
End step consider. Left it on top, draw. Okay, holding up Red Blast. Psychic Frog is countered. Maybe with the red mana open, you just wait there? Unsure. Maybe Derek has like a reanimate or something. All right, another Shadow Skull enters untapped. Has spent 6 life so far on lands entering untapped. Chromox. Derek has 2 basics in play, so Blood Moon not super relevant right now. Imprints of Fury and Fable of the Mirror Breakers hit the stack.
You're tapped out, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna Hydroblast C and
Okay.
Okay, Hydroblast on Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It's down. It's down.
I'll dismember the Shaman.
And a Dismember on the Goblin Shaman. Okay, so a little bit of a 2-for-1 going on there. Passing it back to Adam. Broadside Bombardiers. This card is legit.
Swing for 2.
Just 2 or 16.
Good.
1 card, right?
1 drop.
I don't know what you're up against. You're going to search for a creature. What do you know? Usually
Anime dead.
Have a frog in the yard.
Okay, Psychic Frog comes back. Psychic Frog is in. What's in Bombardiers could try to kill it.
Go to attack.
Sure.
Hit you for 2.
I just take 2. Okay. 14.
Looks like the last card in Adam's hand is just an Ancient Tomb. Not much else going on.
Draw.
Toller Eric says, wow, even Derek is playing Demir. Nothing makes sense anymore. Yeah, there's nothing else that you can possibly be playing in Legacy right now other than Demir, right?
Just Wielder Mystery, so it's a +1/+1 counter.
Sure.
Discarding Jace Wielder of Mysteries, the frog gets a counter. It now has a power, and it attacks.
The frog, I'll draw it.
Yep.
Sailing Long by the Bombardiers.
Long goodbye on Broadside Bombardiers. It does. It's looking not too bad for Derek at the moment. Looks like the draw was a Pyroglyph, which could be a way to kill the frog. Plays Ancient Tomb. How big is this thing?
So I got instant enchantment creature.
Yeah, I have Planeswalker and Instinct. So it'd be for 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Okay, looks like Pyroglyph's power is 4.
You have 3 cards.
I have 3.
He's a 1/3.
He's a 1/3 right now, yeah.
Is it better to hit Derek or hit the frog?
Me? Okay, I'm at 10.
Okay, it just goes after Derek. 4 damage to Derek.
End step? That's right now. Okay, I'll just hit my turn. Draw. So it's an enchantment creature instant. How about your yard?
Jukabog. Okay, that shrinks the Pyroglyph a little bit, I think. Derek's graveyard has a Planeswalker, Jace Wielder of Mysteries, which bumps the Pyroglyph a bit. But, okay. Seeing it happen in real time now, the Psychic Frog can exile some cards to lower the Pyroglyph. Derek could have done that in response to the Pyroglyph's ETB ability if it targeted the frog. Worth pointing out. But I think it would use the it would use the power on resolution of the Pyroglyph.
What else can I do?
Something to keep in mind. Is that die indicating extra turns? Are we in time?
Play this. And hit your 4.
I'll go 9. End step?
Yeah, this is extra turns. I missed hearing time called. End step flashing in a Brazen Borrower.
Weird.
Yes, it's Brazen Borrower.
It has flash as a creature. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Draw. I'll go to 8.
Cracking a Polluted Delta, going down to 8. Finding a basic island. Can Derek close this out? Can Adam close this out? Or will this be a draw?
I'm gonna fail push the Pyroglyph.
Fatal push on the Pyroglyph is not too bad. It dies.
Let's see, I'll double control that. Let's see, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can do 6 potentially.
Derek can potentially attack for 6 here and then 6 on the following turn. Would be enough. Discarded a Dark Depths. 5 damage came in. Okay, gonna hold some of the cards in hand. Makes sense. Adam drops down to 7. 2 cards in hand for Derek past the turn. Turn 3 of extra turns.
Good hand.
And maybe it wasn't. That's a scoop. Adam gets it. I mean, Derek gets it. Sorry. Derek gets the match. GG's. That was fun. GG's. Demir, everybody. The frog. The only thing you could do to beat the frog is play your own frog. You know? Same with Murktide. Yeah. Are we having fun, everybody? Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Which match next? Your options will be Reanimator versus Storm, Jeskai versus Demir Frog, Breakfast, Cephalid Breakfast versus Golgari Dark Depths, Reanimator versus Death and Taxes, or Riddlesmith combo versus Cloud Post. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. People are voting now on a poll in the chat for which match we will watch next. And it looks like it's working. So it's promising situation so far. People do try to rig these polls using their channel points. Be on the lookout for that. Our Discord server is up on your screen. If you're not yet in our Discord community, go ahead and join. And we have a Patreon, which you can also join. Both are free. And you should do that. Because why not? A little over a minute to vote. Lots of votes coming in on this one. Some rigging happening. We were talking a little bit earlier about the amount of sets that will be in Standard. In addition to Foundations, it looks like we will have 3 in-universe sets and then 3 Universes Beyond sets. Kind of 2 questions I have. Number 1, but actually, let's just make it 1 question. Would you rather the Universes Beyond sets, Final Fantasy, Marvel, and the one that's to be announced, would you rather their power level be closer to Assassin's Creed or closer to Lord of the Rings, a bit higher? What do you think about that, chat? Would you rather Universes Beyond be the 3 sets coming out next year be Assassin's Creed power level or Lord of the Rings power level? Okay, so far people saying Assassin's Creed. Lots of votes coming in on this poll, by the way. Completely rigged poll. Pew Pew contributed 7,200 channel points. Jeskai versus Blue Black up next. Thank you, Pew Pew. Let's do it. It's J Liddy says, I want to play these in Standard, not Legacy. Taller Eric says, just about MH3. I'm not sure what that means. Pew Pew sniped it. Yeah. Yeah. Scott calls the poll a disaster. That was one of the more exciting polls we've had recently. It was pretty close. Diving in. Taller Eric is hoping that the power level will be about the same as MH3 or higher. That's what you're hoping for? Or that's what you think is going to happen. The question was, what are we hoping for?
Let's see. I'm going to send back. Okay.
Adrian joins us on the left with Jeskai, and on the right we have David with Demir. Okay, Toleric hoping that Final Fantasy and Marvel and the other to-be-announced Modern Horizons break it all. Magic Ads, thank you for the resub. 8 months for Magic Ads. Appreciate that. Okay, 1 card on the bottom, a Multi 6 for Adrian. David on Demir has kept 7. And we're underway. Magic Ad says, sorry, super late today. Yeah, you're late to the stream. Okay, Magic Ads has gifted a sub to say sorry. 95 now on the channel for Magic Ads. Really appreciate it. A pillar of our community for sure. You're forgiven for being late.
So there's no way that's like that true. Play a vault. And I'll pass.
Volcanic Island passed a turn. I don't know if these players knew what the other would be playing, so this could be interesting as far as that. Wasteland on the Volk. Brainstorm.
Not exile, just discard.
Do I get to see it?
Scott wondering, are we going to be doing any backpack streaming from Eternal Weekend? I will not. I will not be at Eternal Weekend in North America this year. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, I will get an underground sea inside.
It's just like from first May to second May.
Another go
Nethergoyf on the stack.
That's fine. It's a 3.
No, it's a 2/3. It only goes off my yard.
Oh, only your yard. Gotcha.
That's way too strong.
Yeah.
It's just a better way. It's just straight.
Yeah, Nethergoyf only counts its owner's its controller's graveyard. So right now it has 2 power. Sorcery land in the yard.
Swords? Good shortcut? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, it gets swords. It's gone.
I'll pass. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Is Jeskai currently the best control deck in Legacy? Or is it still like 4 to 5 color Beanstalk? Or is it Miracles, just blue-white? Does anybody have a feeling on that?
I'll shuffle that. Yep.
Seeing the Jeskai lists are the ones running cards like Wrath of the Skies, Galvanic Discharge, the energy stuff.
I'll fetch on these.
Black-white control?
Sorry. So 12 to 11. That's it.
All right, a Tundra is found. If that was on end step, Maybe a missed opportunity to surveil if there's surveil lands in the deck. I don't know. Here's Ponder.
Draw. Shots there. I'll attempt to reanimate.
What do you got?
That will put me at a 5. Sure. 1, 2.
Ponder resolving with a shuffle.
Draw. Yep. Land, sorcery. Yep. Meticulous Archive.
Ah, that's why. Okay, Meticulous Archive was in hand. So here's the Surveil. Dumps a Flooded Strand into the graveyard. Pew Pew says if I had to choose, I'd play Jeskai over Beanstalk in the current meta. I think I agree with that. There's also been some Esper control decks running around which look interesting, and Esper Stoneblade if you want to put that under the umbrella of control. Have not really thought a lot about those, but they look interesting.
Didn't even. It's just a cantrip.
Have you at 5?
7. 6.
6.
6.
6 cards in David's hand, passing the turn. PP says Jeskai can Blood Moon or back to basics against Eldrazi or Cloud Post. Those seem pretty good. Yeah, Beanstalk just loses.
Yeah.
Scott says Bean's current spot in the meta just makes me feel so sad. So is Up the Beanstalk still on the watch list then, Scott? Does anybody know?
I played this for turn, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah.
Right next to Uro, yeah. I'm just sick of playing Uro mirrors in this format.
Is it Narset?
Narset Parter of Veils on the stack. Is he going to get dazed?
I'm gonna get 2 basics.
Yeah.
And then actually, yeah, then it resolves.
Okay.
Event 7.
Okay, fetching 2 basics and then it resolves.
Tap. Draw.
What does that mean?
Go ahead. Yep.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
Float a mana. Search.
I'm gonna triple short cut. I'm gonna cycle troll.
Alright, I'm gonna minus.
Response?
Yeah.
I'm gonna flash on Bowmaster?
Yeah.
Okay, the pretty obvious Bowmaster comes in, pings Narset for 1. So Narset will most likely be knocked out by an attack on the following turn, but what will Adrian find? Looks like Force of Will has been selected. Okay, selecting Force of Will.
And I'll pass.
Card's still good.
Yep. So.
Legacy's a rotating format now. Yeah, anyway, I'll Force of Will your Brainstorm.
Alright, I'm gonna see.
Like all the same cards still. Alright, attacking for 1. Oh, okay, attacking for 2. And then? Kaido.
Nice. And then that's for 3 damage. And then you take 1.
15.
And then I'm going to use his 0. So I'm going to surveil 2, and then if an opponent lost life, I draw 1 for each opponent that lost life.
Gotcha.
Which will only ever be 1.
Yeah.
Kaido, Bane of Nightmares, everybody. Card from Duskmorn. Ninjutsu'd itself into play. And yeah.
I am up to 14.
Oh, how did you pay for? Oh, because the ninjutsu. Right, gotcha.
So I'm gonna draw this one, put
Yeah.
the other one on top.
To reanimate another metal.
Scott looking forward to dismembering Deadpools in Legacy.
Exchange down 12. Trade levels, fanatic. Let's see.
I mean, we're going to have these Marvel characters running around. But how come Marvel gets to be a whole set legal and standard, but Stranger Things is only just a handful of cards in a secret lair? Does anybody know?
Why play ninjas when you already have...
Just makes me so mad.
The best ninja second card.
And don't get me started with Jurassic Park. Should have been a whole block.
Also to ending the
Prismatic ending on Orcish Bowmaster. Could be a start. Occasionally you will see a tapped Planeswalker. It doesn't happen often, but there's a tapped Planeswalker, everybody. When's the last time we saw a tapped Planeswalker on 90s MTG? Worst pitching days on the Prismatic ending.
I will pass.
Any guesses what the SpongeBob cards will be? So this shocked some people at the LGS this past week. I have never watched SpongeBob in my life, so I'm probably not the right person to ask.
3 hands or 4?
4.
Never. Fatal Push into the graveyard.
Yeah, so I don't think that works.
You did, yeah.
I was like, draw.
Yeah.
Okay, Pew Pew very upset that I have never watched SpongeBob. Listen, I was watching other stuff, all right? God.
Because I went up to...
Oh, yeah,
22
yeah.
I'm busy. Got freaking time for
For
SpongeBob.
Tundra.
I'll flip it.
I will attempt to change face.
That's fine.
All right, waste on the Tundra. Attacking with Kaito and Orcish Bowmaster.
Yeah, I'll take 4.
0.
Yeah.
Okay, zeroing Kaito now. Surveil 2, then draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn.
Come here.
Cameo, Inquisitive Student on the board now. And then a Brainstorm, so Tamio will most likely flip. And David will have a second Planeswalker on the battlefield. Planeswalkers against control decks, usually kind of cool, kind of powerful.
Uptick. And then, pass her.
Probably, though, if I had to make a prediction about the SpongeBob Secret Lair, it's got to be basic lands, right? They would definitely make basic lands like in SpongeBob's world, right? Right?
No. I realized I wasn't good.
It's terrible. Oh man.
Trigger, make a treasure. I can attack because I have 2 cards in it.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah.
Maybe a land of the pineapple under the sea. Maybe make that a land, make it really powerful.
Yeah. Swing for 4.
Take 4.
0.
Yeah.
What would it do, though? I don't know.
And both draw.
Ghost Vacuum and Polluted Delta both surveilled into the graveyard. Tamio at 1 loyalty, Kaido at 4 loyalty. Not much going on Adrian's side at the moment. But untap, removal spell. Try and puff St. Catherine, something.
Go ahead.
You go to 13.
Fetch. Circle 9.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Fetch. Down to 19. I'm just sure about this all is just control.
Cracking a Flooded Strand here. Lining a basic island. These Jeskai decks tend to run a bunch of basics, so they can play stuff like Blood Moon and or Back to Basics. As I think it was Pew Pew in the chat was saying earlier. Not too many duels in the deck.
Wrath of the Skies, X equals 2.
Wrath of the Skies is a good one here. X is 2. I think we're going to have to fight over it on the stack, though. I would expect. D's.
Back up to 19.
I think it is.
Because I had
Force pitching force.
Force pitching force. Trying to protect this Wrath of the Skies. Force back pitching Psychic Frog.
Oh, sorry. I'll play left.
Wrath of the Skies is countered. Brazen Borrower, and that ends the game. David takes game 1.
Okay.
So now Jeskai will be on the play for game 2. Para says SpongeBob has to be Is It Colors? Yeah, I just don't know enough about SpongeBob to know what colors they would be. I would assume blue. Because he lives underwater. I don't know. I know close to nothing about SpongeBob lore. Decklists Archive, Surveil.
I can say.
Wasteland? Nope. Polluted Delta getting correct. So the card was left on top with Surveil, which is interesting. Nethergoyf.
Draw.
Spotted Fourth Ear Lingus, Spotted Teferi Time Raveler.
No, actually. I will take
Shorts? Or prismatic?
Prismatic.
Prismatic Ending on Nethergoyf. It's gone.
Nothing.
Oh, prismatic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know why I was thinking. Path. The art's confusing.
It is. It's yeah.
Too much
'cause it's
art.
I was gonna say it's too much. The only thing I'll say is that, in its defense, it is similar in the style to the original, but and I'll say
my ancient tomb. I died.
Okay. Prismatic Ending. You have to memorize all the versions, folks. Adrian's playmat matching the version of Prismatic Ending in the deck. Very precise. Well done.
I saw the exile line too late. I should have just jammed forced to do it earlier. Yeah. Get the land off and then do that. Although I wasn't playing any half the combo.
I do 11.
New sub goal. Thank you, everybody that's become a Twitch sub. Very demure, yeah.
Like it does because I saw this line.
Cameo on the battlefield. Flooded Strand getting cracked.
lanes. I'll attempt to swords.
Okay, but 17.
D's to protect Tamio. Yeah.
And the weight report, I was thinking, I'm pretty sure you had like socks, but I was like, I'd rather just head they didn't bring reports of bigger scenes. Oh, I was actually worried about force figures. I was thinking my team was actually like, yeah, force is bigger. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't stop anything else.
Draw.
Against third mode, that's in particular, I would keep it just because I have those spells. So those spells. Sure. So it's like, it does slow me down a fair bit.
No what? Fair?
We got 6.
Okay, here is Teferi. It's getting dazed. That card Daze is a little bit, right? It wasn't designed for 1v1, was it?
Why did you get the bridge? Why didn't you grab the bridge?
Did they think about the play patterns when they made that card?
Yeah, there's no response. That's why I was holding the Besiege.
Work for 2.
4th Earlingus. X is 2. Hydroblast. Oh, man.
Take him.
Had it all.
No creatures. Is that too slow? Okay. And I
Could possibly Mystic Sanctuary here. I don't know if Mystic Sanctuary is in the deck, but it probably is.
But also in that game, I wouldn't have had the loyalty to actually.
Cracking a clue, brainstorm in response. Hydroblast was definitely tested by for 1v1, yeah. So was Sylvan Library.
I'll go to combat. Yeah, and then draw.
Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale was tested for 1v1. They did such a good job. 2 clues now for David. Here's the frog. Oh boy. Wow. We're in awe at the power of the frog, right, everybody? So powerful.
Draw. Fetch.
Cracking the Scalding Tarn. What do we got? Mystic Sanctuary, okay.
I'll attempt to target the...
Was there a missed opportunity to do this on end step? And then draw the card?
I've got 6.
Spec you with a question. Frogs are the most powerful creatures in Magic. Yeah. Yeah.
The... Fourth Airlingus.
You have 3.5?
2. No, 3. 3, yeah.
What?
I must have a 13.
Fourth Earlingus. It looks like we'll be going on top of the deck. Oh, so it was drawn for turn. Okay, so it was fetched. The Mystic Sanctuary was fetched at a time that made sense. Oh no, it's on top of the deck. Okay, it's on top of the deck. Fair enough. Psychic Frog good at taking the Monarch. And then just passing the turn. Okay. So fourth Earlingus on top of the deck. Surgical. Oh man.
I'll brainstorm.
Okay, brainstorm in response. Fourth Eolingus will get drawn after all. And
I guess you get to look at my hand anyways. Back to,
Surgical resolves. Mountain, Fourth Eolingus are the cards in hand. All right, surgical resolving here. It targeted Swords to Plowshares, so Swords to Plowshares will now be removed from the deck. There they are. They are removed.
and I got fourth in mountain and dance. And yeah.
No effect, so just 1 damage.
Okay.
Psychic Frog gets in. Tamio makes a clue. We know about Fourth Eolingus. Lots of mana. Can make up to 4 human knights, or up to 5 human knights.
Jesus Christ. Yep.
I think the draw was just Wrath of the Skies. That's not too bad. If it resolves, it could be pretty good here. I think that's what Adrian drew. Do you go for Wrath of the Skies or Fourth Eolingus? I think you have to go for Wrath of the Skies, right? Fourth Eolingus on the following turn?
5 in hand.
David does have a lot of cards in hand, though. I think that's Wrath of the Skies. Can't really tell.
Power is equal to both rounds, right?
So fourth for 5.
Okay, Fourth Eolingus X is 5. Going for the Fourth Eolingus. Was it Supreme Verdict?
Or not brainstorm. It's Warren revealed. Do me 3 lands. Land, 30 from land.
I mean, if this resolves, 5 human knight tokens are hard to kill. And it will present a serious clock. If Tamio flips, though, they become 1 power. Sacking a clue.
If he draws a triumph before I draw anything off.
And the clock is completely thrown off by Tamio.
I apologize. I do not have the right tokens.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. What is going on here?
Bill, move to combat.
What's the copy token doing in there?
At you.
Because you couldn't kill. I didn't have any other blue cards. I know, we did 6 mana.
Become the monarch.
Hard cast books, right?
Because you reanimate and
Move to instant.
It does the same thing, just more efficiently.
plus it gives you
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, 4 human knight tokens attacked. 1 stayed back on defense. Toxic Deluge.
I'm going to pay 2 life, and then I'm going to discard this to Frog, to make Frog.
But at least I could come up with a justification on the spot.
Okay, so 2 life was paid for Toxic Deluge. All the human knights are gone.
No, you're right. That's probably the better
Psychic Frog's power is now 1 after a discard of Thoughtseize attacking. Make a clue. David becomes the Monarch. This did not work out.
So I will draw. Tamio will flip. I will not be able to activate. And then you're up.
Fervent champion. He gets to make another one now? Is that how it works? Okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Is he going to be 2 cards? So far, yeah. Everyone else has only hit 1.
Okay, brainstorm now for Adrian, who needs a an attacker and a board wipe.
No, I
5 now?
brought
6?
I mean, like, I was thinking maybe I could bring in I guess for the dice tree, it's like either Ghost Tracking or very macabre.
Yeah, Tamio's loyalty is at 2. I think it was incorrect at first.
Like maybe in the future I could bring Ghost Tracking over another person.
I mean, game one's a multiplier, so that second game is a combination of like.
The Tamio became a planeswalker when it was no longer a main phase, so it just can't be activated.
Absolutely broke my back there.
Yeah, it was off the Monarch draw that it flipped into a planeswalker. So can't activate it during your end step. Good question by the chat, though.
I play a lot of.
I probably should have pointed that out. All right. So fetching up a land. What do we got?
Every time I draw, I'm like, oh, yeah, that doesn't matter.
That was So I have because they use a spool three red.
Okay, Narset is getting forced pitching Tamio. Wrath of the Skies, X is 2.
I assume you've been liking the Fortress.
Oh my goodness, force fetching Fraser Power. Oh man. What is this game?
Take 3.
Ah. What about the frog?
And stuff.
We might need to ban the frog now.
Red Blast.
Red Blast on the frog. Sacking a clue in response. Okay, the frog dies. Orcish Bowmaster flashed in. Adam says seems like drawing a lot of extra cards is good. Yeah, Adam had the One Ring draw like 16 cards in the last game I played against him, so I think I agree with that. But what about the play patterns, Adam? Is that Orc Army a Surge foil? Does anybody know? It's kind of bling.
Yeah.
All right, a ponder for David. Magic adds with a great question. Chris, what are you playing these days? I've broken the format again. I've been playing Maverick. Completely broke the format in half.
Myself. Buyback force. Sure. Swing for 2.
Okay, Tamio picks up Force of Will from the graveyard, going down to 1 loyalty. Attacking with the Bowmaster and the Orc Army. Adrian drops to 9. Adrian's hellbent, looks like.
Yeah.
Murktide Regent. Oh boy. Have you seen this card yet? This card is crazy. Murktide Regent. The entire format is warped around it. Yeah. It's crazy.
Alright, let's see if we got
The only way to beat Murktide is to have your own Murktide. Prismatic Ending off the top does nothing. GG's. Man. David gets it. Well played. What a match. David had it all. David had it all. Yeah. Wow. The best format, everybody. The best format. We will most likely be streaming again this week. Keep an eye on the Discord for scheduling on that, if you care. We're going to wrap up here, but stick around for a raid, everybody. I'll see everybody soon. Peace out.